Welcome to Los Championship Rounds. This is episode 14. Today's episode is brought to you by Stitch Premium CBD Cut Cream. Any post-fight injuries, I mean, this is every gym needs to have this. The CBD Cut Cream, it works great. I mean, within 5 days, you start seeing the healing. You can check it out at cutmenforhiresupplies.com or at cbdinit.com. So check them out. I also want to send a quick shout out to a gym out in San Fernando, 818 Boxing. They're always been good to me, and just want to send a quick shout out. But let me introduce our guest today. We have I'll start off with the man on the camera right now, and that is Isaiah Alvarado, better known as Cutman Ice. And Ice, why don't you introduce who you got there with you?
Okay, today is thanks a lot. First of all, thanks a lot, my friend here who always there for us, and I appreciate you a lot. I'm going to introduce to you on my right here, your left. His name is Vinny, and I'll let him say a couple of words. Okay.
Sounds good.
How are you, sir?
Nice How's it going, you. Vinny? I don't know you personally, but I did see a lot of your footage from what we're going to be talking about today, that championship fight from a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that's excellent. Yeah, and I've the same. I don't know you personally, but I've seen a lot from Ice, from you, and some podcasts. And thank you for having us.
Oh,
really appreciate it. I'm also part owner of the Phil Palino Boxing Club, where Simon and Ice train. And we know 818 Boxing. We know the people over there. We're good friends with those guys too. And of course, we know the Stitch people over at Stitch Cream. So all big, one happy family, and it's been great. Yeah, I got a background in consumer products and work with a lot of brands and scale a lot of companies. And I've always been a boxing fan. So I've had the chance to partner up at Phil Palino Boxing Club. And from there, you're in the boxing world. You know what it's like. It's like a family, and you gravitate towards people. And, when you're lucky, you get to gravitate towards really good people. And with Ice and Simon, they're like family just from meeting them. Ice is from New York, like I am, originally back in the 5 boroughs over there. And so we kind of connected real well. And then, Simon's coming over from France and just extending the family. So it's been great. So it's been like a real amazing journey, and we're just really happy to be part of it. My partner, Phil Palino, has been helping train with Ice, Simon. So it's just been one big happy family, and it's really great to see him climb, and we're excited for the journey.
Thank you. No, thank you. And I see that that's an important part of boxing, is having a solid team, and it looks like you guys are that. So, man, nice meeting you. And,
no, pleasure. I'll hand you off to Simon. As you said, the one thing I noticed from meeting Simon is, we're a support group from the gym, but on the outside a little bit. But his internal, his friends, his family, his wife, I mean, it's what you said. It's kind of what people don't realize what it takes to make a champion, all the hard work he puts in. But it's all those people that sacrifice along the way so you can put that work, right? Miss those dinners, miss that family thing, and they still support you. So he's got an amazing support group, and then he puts in such hard work. So it's, it's contagious. So.
Oh yeah. No, you're right. I mean, the to have a solid team like that goes through those ups and downs. I mean, they, especially Simon coming all the way from France, being out here, it's not easy. It's not. I mean,
no, it gave up a lot to become, and then kind of get into this world and have to acclimate to LA and become, and so, and he's not a typical boxer. I mean, who looks that good in boxing?
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna hand you off to him, but I mean, the Peacemaker. I mean, as handsome as it gets, right?
That's right, Simon. Nice to see you again, my friend, and congratulations. Let me formally let me just say it. The AB, it's North American champion, ABO, the light heavyweight ABO North American champion.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations, my friend. I was so happy when it was announced that you were going to be fighting for the title, and then just to have for Ice was just letting me know how excited he was, to be helping with all, making this possible as well. And then your training. I mean, I think the last time we interviewed you, you were either in camp or going into camp, and then for this opportunity to come, I mean, it's great. Tell us a little bit, man, about, what's been going on since the last time we spoke.
Like a lot of things change, but like it's really a blessing, because like to get a chance to get a fight like this, like Vinny and I say, you need a solid team, people to put trust in you, because especially for me, I wasn't even thinking about a fight like this directly, because after like 2 years and a half of layoff of the fight because of this COVID thing. Get back and get this chance to get a championship fight. I feel very lucky, to have this. So we changed a lot of things. We built a different team, a strong team. To get straight to the point where we want to be. Everybody think the same way. We have the same objective. So I feel really good, and especially I feel more comfortable for the next step or where we're gonna go. So it's really, really a good thing. A lot of things change, but for the best. So hopefully.
And you know what? The good thing is that you got a good head on your shoulders, and you know what you want, and you got to, the sacrifices it's going to take to get to that, to that level. So that's good, and I admire that of you. That you take control of your career, and that that you get the right people to be there with you to help you on that journey. Like Vinny said, that journey. Everybody wants the same thing, and that's for bigger and better things for you.
Exactly. That's that. Yeah.
How did I saw some footage from the fight. How was it? I don't think it lasted too many rounds, but getting there and getting that opportunity to fight, what was going through your head? Were people back in France watching?
A lot of people. Like I think like a week before the fight, I stopped, answer people because I received a lot of texts from people, from France and a different part of Europe. They were waiting for that fight, because when I was back in France, they were, when are you gonna fight? When you gonna fight? When you gonna fight? So when I put that, in the social media, a lot of people texting me. But the week before the fight, I put my phone, a little bit on the side to stay focused on that. But getting back in the ring, feeling good. Surprisingly, I was going there without any stress. So that was even for me a little weird because I was like, why I don't get stress and all that, So, and at one moment I was starting to searching for it, and then I say, hey, I don't get it, I'm not gonna get it, I feel good, but all pleasure, all pleasure. Sometimes you forget how good is it to be in the ring, to fight in the ring and the contact with the public. Sometimes you forget that. So you're like, maybe, but as soon as you get back in the ring, you feel like it's the right place, is where I want to be. This is why I like. So.
Were you thinking you might have some ring rust after those 2 years of being inactive?
Exactly, that was like some question on my mind, but hopefully the team they helped me to just like focus on what's work and make sure I continue to do what's work. So when you do that on your mind, all the doubts I can have, I just like, maybe this is not gonna work, but they tell me this work, so I'm gonna continue what work, and it's what we do. We stick to the plan, and that helped me to get the stress out. And like all the doubts was out because everything worked.
Wow, no, and I could tell. Like you said, 2 years inactive, no stress. Are you usually a little bit stressed, nervous before a bout, and that's what caught you off guard on this one?
Exactly. Yeah. Normally, when I don't know, 2-3 hours before entering the ring, stress starts, to coming. I'm not gonna say I didn't get any stress at all, but that was really low if I compare to the other fights. So no, that was a pleasure, and even I like the fact that I was able to do a fight like I like. I'm not a trash talker. I'm not a guy who like to put like bad thing. It's not me. Like I say, I do boxing by choice, not because I need it. It's because I like it. So I'm not here to go and like I'm gonna do that. It's not me. And I was happy to be able to do a fight like this with someone like me, with the same value, of the fight, gentleman business. So we were able to, because I like the fight I do, but like I text him, the guy I fight, and I say like, we make a good fight, It's not me. We make a good fight because we make a gentleman fight. And it's what people like to see. They don't like all the time see like street fight. They like to see
They
two
want to see the
gentlemen.
purity of the sport. That's what they want to see. Two gentlemen getting in there and just going to work. Yes.
Exactly.
And I think, that's a good point. I mean, there's probably going to be fights in the future where you're going to meet some guys that are just going to be, bad mouthing, bad talking to try to get into your mental, try to get in there. But I have a feeling that you know how to control all that and just keep a good mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did
Hey, Juan, I want to jump in what you said.
Yeah, go
there
ahead,
with
Vinny.
Question because about Simon and the announcers talked about that a lot during the fight, especially that was the main event. It went 8 rounds. Simon knocked him down a couple of times, and the 8th round was really dominating them. But their team, Ilio and his manager Walter, great people. We had spent time with them, but it was a great fight. But the announcers throughout the fight were really commending, especially Frenchie. They knew him really well about there was no ring rust. So 2.5 years up from COVID, and how crisp and good a fight was, how great his jab looked, and how good he looked. And I know Ice probably feels the same way, but hearing him say that now, that he didn't have much stress, I feel good because it means that we did our job. Because our whole thing is like the day of the fight, we want him or day leading up to, just to be able to focus on what he does. I mean, he said before, no one trains harder, no one does more work, no one's in the gym longer than Simon. He said, and the guys even mentioned it on the fight cast. A lot of guys say, "Oh, I fight at this, but I walk around with this." They said Simon can fight any day of the week because he walks around at his fight weight because he's always in shape.
Right.
And so he does that work. So we were able to do our thing and just make sure everyone had their tickets, do their stuff. But so he could feel that lack of pressure. And then, it was such a great thing to see 2 warriors fight it out and then give hugs and, hug each other and have respect for each other and not have have all the dirt be thrown up. So that was great. So,
and you know what, Vinny, those are good points that you're bringing up, taking that stress away from the boxer, the ticket sales, because I've seen it where we're already in the dressing room. People are still trying to get tickets. A fighter's going out, giving tickets and this and that.
Well, they text the fighter, where do I go? Right.
Text, yeah, exactly. Where do I go? They're still getting texts on their phone.
Yeah.
So I think him having you guys there gave him that peace. He was fine.
Oh, and I love hearing, I didn't realize, but the sad fact that he has the peace of mind and the sense to, like he said, put the phone away a week before. Yeah. Everyone will understand later because no one's going to understand if you lose the fight. And no one's going to blame, well, I was doing all this. It's better. Hey, man, I got to lock that stuff up. I got to train. If someone needs to reach me, they'll find a way, right? This has got so the greater good. But yeah, the whole team, but it was great. But to hear the announcers kind of, when you watch the fight replay, talk about the professionalism. Yeah. And everybody knows Frenchie here in LA, and they call him that too, Simon, and this kind of the way he is, his demeanor, that he's a great guy, good people, puts a good fight. And you can still have a really great fight without having to act like, not act like gentlemen, right? So that's great.
You didn't have to do all them extra things to try to sell the fight.
Right.
No, that's good. But no, I'm happy to see that. And Ice, I want to say, it's good. You've been in a lot of corners, as a cut man and all, and we see it all. We see the chaos at times, but when you got a solid team, it really reflects on the boxer because they're relaxed. They're just doing their thing. They know that they're going to be, everything else is going to get taken care of. They've done their part in camp. We've done our part. You've done, the trainers done their part. They got, they're going to go in there, give them solid instruction. The cut man reassures the fighter, you're fine. I got this. I got that. You do your thing and I'm going to take care of you. Don't worry about anything. That's a winning team right there.
You're absolutely right, man. You hit that 100%. It's a winning team. I've always said, man, ever since I've been in this business for over 30 years, that in order for a fighter to produce and not be stressed out is to know that he has a team behind him. Yes. If you don't have a team that knows what he's doing and maintaining the situation to keep the fighter comfortable, then there's no team. There's no fighter, because then the fighter is not going to feel comfortable going out to the ring and doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So what you said is 100% correctly, man. I've seen too many, and you have to you've been in business a long time as well, and you've seen that sometimes when you go into the locker room, I've seen coaches walk away and the fighter is by himself.
Yes.
When the trainer needs to be right there with the fighter.
Oh, yeah.
And that's not a good sign for the cut man, it's not a good sign for the fighter himself.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly.
So yeah, a team is everything, man. I could tell you a story about teamwork, man, where I've been in the corner and like I said, the coach, the trainer, it's not doing his job at all and keeping it unified. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Keep it together. Sometimes they don't even know where the gloves are.
no, they don't know that.
You
Yeah, I
know?
know. I know I've done it where, when we're at the dressing room, wherever the fighter goes, one of us is with them. One of us is either, the one of the main coaches or the cut man. We're there with them in case they need anything. You need a drink, you need, you want us to go get you a snack, whatever you need. We want them to be as comfortable and as relaxed as possible because, that once that bell rings, they got to be ready, ready for that war.
And I'm gonna pass it on back to Simone so you can ask a question. One thing is this, man. I've known Simone since the first time we met, about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I've known Simone when we trained over at Watson Gym, and I'm so glad that he and I have kept in touch.
Yes.
Ever since we left Watson Gym, and ever since he was in Paris due to the COVID, he and I always kept in touch. And one of the things that I promised him when we met here before he left was that we're going to get you a good fight. We're going to get you a championship fight. I don't know who's going to be the person I'm going to talk to, but we're going to get you a fight here in Los Angeles. And, I'm kind of happy that I met here, Vinny here. That's my Italian stallion right here.
You sir?
And he's been a good partner with us here, and working with him, things have been working out really well. So, but for me personally, knowing Simone, my responsibility, man, is to continue working with him, being around him, advising him, and being his cut man trainer, man. Because one thing I've learned in this sport, and this, Juan, trust is everything, man.
Yes.
If there's no trust between you and the fighter, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to work. If there's no communication between you and the fighter or that third person, it's not going to work.
Yeah, you got to have that click. You guys got to click. I mean, that's one of the things that I notice a lot, and we need to have that.
Yeah. And one of the things, I'll pass it on to Simone. One of the other things is that when there's an issue in this team right here, Vinny comes and talks to me first.
Yes.
He talks to me. We talk to each other, and then we pass the situation over to Simone. Simone makes all the final decisions in this sport. That's what he makes all the decisions, whether he wants this fight or don't want this fight or whether it gets. And that's a good relationship right here.
Yes.
I call it a good marriage.
That's true. That's true. So, Simone, how is your family? I mean, knowing, the team that you got, is your family comfortable knowing that you got some good people around you? How important is that to you and your family?
Yeah, they're very comfortable, because like you say, I'm from France. She's far away, but my big brother know personally Ice. He was there. He meet Ice. He talked with him. And he kind of he can feel a person very quick. So he say like, okay, this guy is truth. Is real. I like him. So like for him to know like I'm with him. He take care of me. He watch over me. He feel comfortable and like. My big brother is, the man of the family. So if you feel comfortable, he said to everybody, you can be comfortable because I feel comfortable with him. So, like, they kind of, they're okay, they feel good about us. They feel good about it.
And that's something that's important to you, I imagine, for your family to feel as well, because you're far away from France. This sport isn't an easy sport. It's a dangerous sport. So definitely, I'm sure they want to have the right people around you for those reasons. Yeah,
exactly. It's important for them, and even for me. I don't want them to feel worried or think about something, you know, bad. So it's good, like the fight going good, you know. I take care of, you know, staying out of injury and all that, you know. So if they talk with me, they never feel like, oh, something's happened, you know, they feel bad. So it's like, this is not it's a little bit of pressure on that, not a big, but a little bit of pressure, you know, to make sure like they never worried about me. I don't want that, you know. I moved there for them. So I don't want them to be worried because I moved there.
And Simone, you know, I just interviewed another champion not too long ago, and I see some similarities. You know, he said he's always in the ring, always training, always trying to fix certain things that he needs to improve on. This was an MMA champion, so for him, I think maybe his stand-up wasn't, you know, where he wanted it to be. So he worked on his stand-up. I mean, but that's the championship mentality, to get out there and motivate yourself and get better yourself. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you, that gives you that championship mentality?
The thing that keep me motivated is like, it's just like, I want, when I go to do a fight, you know, or even sparring, I don't want to be ashamed of myself. I want to make sure, like, even if the thing doesn't go well, I want to be proud of myself and to make sure like I did 1000% of what I was able to do, you know, and not thinking like, or maybe if I run more, or maybe if I train this more, I will be better. No, I want to be like the best version of myself every time. So I'm never gonna be disappointed of myself. Like, you know, if you go and you put me in the ring with a guy huge like Tyson Fury, you know, he gonna punch me on the way. But if I do all my best, even if you win the fight, I'm not gonna be disappointed of myself, because I know I did the best of me, and that's the mentality I want to keep on my life, even after the boxing. You know, I don't want to stay in boxing for 20 years to fight, but I want to keep this mentality and to be able to bring this mentality, you know, to everybody. And even like I moved there with my wife, you know, and she leave her family for me. So if she do the sacrifice and she see me like this on the couch, not moving, you know,
not good.
This is not correct. You know, I have to train to do my job. So even for her, she know like, okay, you make the sacrifice, I make the sacrifice too. You know, I make sure you don't do that for nothing.
And I would say that's what a professional does. You're a professional, you know, boxer, and you're living up to that name, professional. Because there's people that are professional 6 weeks, and then, you know, they're doing, you know, whatever it is, drugs, bad eating, abusing their body. But a professional that takes it serious is, you know, always taking care of themselves. Like you said, a lot of people are sacrificing, and you're sacrificing for this journey. So no, that's, I see that. What do you have planned? What's next for you? What do you have planned for this second part of this year?
Second part of this year, we're looking for 3 more fights, you know, to stay busy, you know, get back in the ring, and to hopefully like getting some big fights next year, but just keeping busy this year and getting a big fight next year. That's the plan.
Do you want to send a message to France and French? There's a quick message to your fans, your family out in
Oh yeah, France? Thank you. Alors le message que j'ai envoyé, c'est merci pour vous tous, pour le soutien que vous m'avez donné depuis le début que je suis arrivé ici. On a pu prendre la ceinture, comme j'avais dit, la ceinture nord-américaine. Donc merci à tous, merci à mes amis, merci à ma famille, tous ceux qui me soutiennent. Merci aux sponsors SPV, parce que c'est grâce à vous également que je peux être là ici. Et comme vous pouvez le voir, j'ai une équipe sérieuse, des gens sérieux derrière moi, et on va prendre le championnat du monde l'année prochaine ou dans 2 ans. Thank you,
Simone. And any sponsors here, anybody that you want to thank here in the States, in LA or in the States?
Yeah, so my sponsor, SPVIE Assurance, they helped me to get there, you know. It's because of them I was able to get back here and to fight. And I want to say, like, thank you for my family, my friend, you know, for everything they done, you know, like they support me. And a special shout out for the team here. So Vinny, thank you, you know, for helping me to get that fight, you know, Phil, who do the training. The last minute for him that was hard for this fight, and a special shout out for Ice you see there, because he passed by a lot of things, you know, to make sure I was able to get that fight. He take a lot on his shoulders for that. So it's really a special shout out for you. Thank you for that. And thank you for believing me since 4.5 years, because, you know, even if we talk, you don't see the video, you know, like you say, I can be a lazy guy on the couch and text him, you know, and he puts his like reputation online for me. So that's, I don't forget. So it's a special shout out for you, my friend.
Thanks.
And Pro Boxing too. Thank you for Pro Boxing Supplies. They help us with the sponsor and give us the glove for the fight. So thank you, guys.
It's good. It's good to be grateful for all the people that get together to help out, and I'm sure everybody that's involved has the passion for the sport, and they see something in you. They believe in you and want to help you with this journey. So we're coming to an end of the interview, but I just wanted to say thank you for coming on again. I appreciate it. I see something in you. I'm gonna say that you got some good things coming to you, my friend. You know, you got an angel right there with you. I know your family's got prayers for you, and those prayers are going to be answered. You got a solid team, you know, and like you said, they sacrifice. I know his sacrifice, you know, being away from home at times and all that, but this is part of what we do. This is what we like to do, and we love it. And I'm sure he's happy to be part of that journey. I can't wait for your next one. I was telling Ice for the next one, we're gonna try to be there to support you and meet you in person.
Nice.
And you know, and anything you guys need, anything we can help out with, you know, if we got to get you on promote your next fight, whatever you need, just reach out, let Ice know, and we'll spread the word out. If you come out and fight in Mexico or out in San Diego, this is my hometown. You know, we're here for you. But thank you, Simone. And I don't know if Vinny or Ice want any final words, but I just wanted to say, you know,
I'm gonna pass them, but I just want to say before, thank you for having us, you know, for the podcast, and you know, give me a place to talk. And like, I really appreciate, and I appreciate your words too. So thank you, my friend. I appreciate.
Thank you, Simone. No, we, like I said, it's an honor to have you on. You're a gentleman, you know, inside and outside the ring. So it's you know, good people find each other, and you're one of the good guys, man. So
thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Hey Juan, man, you nailed it. We just said there. The people funny, bro. Man, that's again, like you said, thank you for having us. The other one sponsor we have him on the show today is Stitch. Stitch Cream and CBD in it were a sponsor for the fight, which is great.
Nice.
So but yeah, man, you said it before. Simon said the best way he said it is, you know, when we got together to work together, the one thing I'll say, and I can tell you, knowing him and watching him work, is he's never gonna disappoint himself. He's always put the work in. He's never gonna, no matter what happened to fight, no matter what would happen, whether you lose or something got catastrophic, you never sit down the next day and go, well, I wish that guy worked harder. Because that's never going to be the reason, right? The guy works so hard, puts in so much effort and so much hard work, and the team's so supportive. So it's been such a great ride, and people like you supporting throughout, it's been really amazing to have. So thank you for having us, man. Look forward to meeting
thank you, Vinny. Thank you, and I look forward to meeting you guys, you know, in person in the near future.
Absolutely, man. Pass you on ice.
Gracias.
Hey, Juan. Hey, listen. Can you please send me one of your patches so we can put it on Simone's trunks?
For sure. You got it. Got it.
Yeah. So
Got it. We'll take care of that soon. But Ice, I just want to say thank you, and I see the passion that you have for working with Simone. I know it's not an easy you know, an easy thing. It's kind of like having another child, you know, somebody that's close to you there, that you're making sure that they're fine. So, and for him to say that his family, you know, is comfortable, they feel that he's in good hands, I mean, that means the world right there.
Let me tell you that when he said that right now, man, that really touched me, man, because let me tell you this man. I have not seen my wife since June of last year. I've been here a whole year. We talk and all of that. And one thing I got to say is my wife supports me 100%. You know what? It's funny, man, because my wife, I talk about this guy to my wife a lot, man. And she says to me, this is my wife say, is he your son too?
You got another
You know,
son.
because you talk about Simone a whole lot like you do with Camilo, my other son. So she
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
"Is your son?" Yeah, you know, but she knows what I'm all about. She knows that she supports me in what I do, and I'm gonna continue working with Simone, man, for as long as he wants boxing and as long as he wants, man. You know, I'll be here with him all the way, man. And but I want to appreciate you, my friend, for always opening up your podcast to us, man, and supporting us and your words of wisdom.
Oh, thank you, Ice. And I look forward to, like I said, if you guys come out this way or maybe for the next one, I hope to be there and be there to, support you guys in person. But
Look,
thank you.
hold on, even if we want to take a trip out there to set up a sparring session,
Yes,
Simone and I and his wife, we'll go out there for a vacation like 2 or 3 days, man.
we can make
You
it
know,
happen. And maybe sooner than later. Like I said, we can make that, happen here in San Diego, whether it be, one of the gyms here or the other gym that we talked about. We
Yeah,
can make that and we can make that happen.
yeah,
So
please make it happen. We'll come down.
cool, cool.
Está
All right, well,
bien?
thank you guys. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the evening. It's cooling down, so God bless you guys. And I look forward to more great news from Simone and the team. God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Take care.
Okay,
Have a good one. Bye.
All right, Juan. Take care, my buddy. Have a good
Take
one.
care.
Much love.